Hello guys and welcome back again by today's new crypto daily update video. And in today's video we're gonna dive in all these charts because volatility is pretty high, but there are major setups forming right now. So let's dive right away into it. First of all, I called this support zones here in yesterday's video. We saw that move towards the downside and we saw a big liquidity grab, and we came exactly towards the level I've drawn here. But what I really wanted to see is a dump further towards the downside into this support zone, and that's not what we have been seeing here. So what do I expect next? Maybe that we will go down a little bit, take all those people out and go into the support zone below here, because one thing you really want to keep in mind today is that there was a big tension in the weekend between Israel and Iran, and the markets are opening today, the American markets. So that means that volatility will kick in either way, because all the people who are in stocks, who are in the ETF of Bitcoin, couldn't trade it in the weekend. And now is their time to sell or buy or whatever they want to do when market opens in America. So that will cause for a big volatility spike here. And please make sure to watch out for that, because of course it can either be a pump towards the upside if people try to scoop up this dip, but there is panic in the markets and probably people won't buy but maybe even sell, and that will cause for a small sell-off towards the downside. But keep in mind, if this happens, it's 2-3 days and then markets will recover once again. So maybe today we will see that drop towards the first support zone here, and then we can anticipate on it with a very nice trade here. Then structure-wise, for the people who don't know, I'm a real structure guy here. So I really look at the structure very much because I really think it's one of the most important things in the markets here. What we can see, although we saw that small drop towards the downside, but even if we drop further towards the downside here, this very nice uptrend is still intact here. So we create higher lows after again here, and we create higher highs after the following high here. And that's exactly what we have been seeing here. So also for this chart, it means that if we go down, we create a higher low and we expect a new higher high and a new all-time high. So things doesn't look that bad here. We have a very big downside of approximately 15%, which if we drop 15 to 20%, we're still in that uptrend, which we want to remain here. So this looks pretty good, and every time we create a new higher high, we of course got a little drop towards the downside, and that's exactly what we have been seeing right now, to create that higher low before the next move up. So don't panic here, structure looks pretty good here, and price can push up every single day. We need people to lose in the market, and that is throughout this little cool downs towards the downside. So don't panic, even if we drop towards 88k here, or even if we drop towards 77k, we're still in a nice uptrend and you don't need to worry about your positions. Then something that's also pretty important to keep in mind, we created of course a CME gap here in the weekend because we had a very big move. The CME gap started of approximately 99 towards 103k here, and now we filled up a very big amount, but we still have some left here which we need to fill up. So price needs to push to clear the CME gap. If we drop from here, then the CME gap will be open once again, and that means that for this time we have a CME gap above us. So that means that price needs to pump through the CME gap to fill everyone up here. So for that, it's a signal that we maybe push further towards the upside, towards the 103.7k to fill up the CME gap before maybe seeing some movement towards the downside. Of course, we can also fill the CME gap and pump further towards the upside here. So things are looking good for the CME gap here because it needs to we need to push through the CME gap, and that also causes a 103k Bitcoin once again here. So that's something I'm really looking forward to. Then some liquidity map here. We only have a big amount of short side liquidity above us, around the 103.5k here. And that's something that we probably will take out. If we see a big move before American Open, the US stock exchange open, towards the downside maybe, or towards the upside, we need to take out everyone who is in the market. So I really think in a running up towards the opening of US markets here, that we will take out all the people in the market. So for now, the short side liquidity, but if people create buy side liquidity, we will take that out before the big move happens in US Open here. So please keep an eye on that one as well. Then the Bitcoin volatility index here, and we've been talking about this one a lot because I really think that if we compare the volatility we are currently in here in the past few weeks or months, it is pretty low. If we see volatility spikes here from the left in March, they are way higher. And what does this mean? The lower the volatility is, the easier it is to move the market for market makers. So please keep that in mind. Also, we want to see some very big volatility spikes towards the upside here, because that means that Bitcoin is volatility and there are so many setups in the market and trades you could open. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to do so, to see prices really get volatile here. And also, if we see what we did in the past here, we only tapped the lower side here in the weekends. So Sunday in the weekend, Sunday in the weekend, Sunday in the weekend, Sunday. And what we did saw here is we tapped the lower side, but Sunday we were up here. So maybe that could define a bigger move towards the upside, which could cause for a big volatility spike into Bitcoin here. And that's exactly what we have been seeing. But please keep in mind, volatility means how the market moves. So that doesn't mean that Bitcoin will go up if the volatility go up. That could also mean Bitcoin could go down with a lot of volatility here. Then Ethereum, also a pretty excited chart. We have a very big range created here above. We broke out of it, and now we're currently getting some kind of a pullback here, but please make sure we broke out of the range. If we tap in here, this is usually resistance. So if we go up here, we want to see a gain of the support and a move further towards the upside here. Don't long against this resistance for now. You really want to see the price getting strong enough to gain this support zone, resistance zone for now, before entering a trade towards the upside of the range here. And also, if you can see, I've been drawing this Fibonacci from the low towards the high, and then we see that prices drop towards the downside exactly towards the golden pocket ratio, which is a very high conviction level where price pushes towards the upside here. And that's exactly what we have been doing right now. We have seen a rejection from off this support towards the upside. So that means that this is a very strong support level, which is pretty good to see for Ethereum. And then also the Bitcoin dominance. Of course, there is some heat up in the markets, and Bitcoin is a risk-off asset, but also altcoins are even way more a risk-off setup. So what they want to do is put their altcoin money into Bitcoin here, because it's more safe if you hold your money into crypto with like heating up wars here. And we saw a new high created, and that's exactly the liquidity that is sitting above here. So that could be a very good sign that we took out the liquidity and then even move towards the downside. But if we see a strong Bitcoin here, we could probably see a 70% Bitcoin dominance. So for now, I'm looking for what we will do around this level. And otherwise, I'm expecting a Bitcoin dominance of approximately 70% here. And that will not cause the alt season, but we need to wait any longer than if we push towards the upside here for alt season. So I'm really looking out for this chart and look out what we will do with the Bitcoin dominance here to know which trades I will be opening, because if the Bitcoin dominance keep rising here. I'm not opening any altcoin trades, of course, and I'm opening very big Bitcoin trades because yeah, Bitcoin is stronger than everything in the market right now. And then that was it for today's video. Please make sure to follow me over on X because I'm opening trades if we get very big volatility in the US markets. And of course, I'm not gonna discuss this in the videos because I'm not know what will happen here. But I am keeping you updated every single hour over on X. If I see a very big setup, if I open up a big trade, I'm talking about it right over here, fully transparent. And then please make sure to subscribe on my YouTube channel if you never want to miss a move in crypto once again, because I'm uploading daily update videos here every single day, and also sometimes here I'm posting very big setups and high conviction trades here. So please make sure to follow me over on those socials to never miss a move again. And then I will see you tomorrow by a new Crypto Daily Update video.